Hey everybody, it's me, Tracy Pinkhammer Mevin, and thank you for watching. This is our third episode of the Entrepreneur Pinks and Blues Show. The pinks being the high and the blues being the low on the whole entrepreneurial journey. So I have three different people speaking from three different perspectives of how the entrepreneur life works for them, their insights, their knowledge, and their understanding. And I'm hoping that the nuggets that they drop are things that you can pick up along your journey and place them in the back of your mind so that when you come across obstacles or you have a big win, these things replay back in your mind and they help you and promote you to the next level.
So, yeah, when I set up my business, I had no thoughts of being an entrepreneur. I didn't know what to do. I was sitting down on the couch, and I heard this voice, and it said, start an LLC. So I'm looking around because I think I'm going crazy. So I started looking up how I set it up, what do I need to do, how much it does it cost, and during that process, you have to pick a name. But again, I told you, I had no idea what my business was. I don't know what it's for. So then to try to think of a name for a business you don't even know, I had no idea what to go with. And so I sat down for a second, and then I heard that voice again, and it said, my heart and soul. And so I searched to see if it was available, and it was. And so I set it up. That's what I named it, my heart and soul.
And what do you do?
And so I create customized and personalized planners, journals, and notebooks. I take what the customer is looking for, what their passions are, and I put it into the book for them.
That is such an awesome idea. Wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm Dillano, Medina, entrepreneur. I started the entrepreneur field kind of at a very young age under my family. Uh, Kind of grew up in a family full of entrepreneurs. So, we seen some really good sides, some really bad sides as well. But that's some things that needed to be seen in order for me to grow as a person. I originally kind of started my own venture when I was 18 in the network marketing field. I learned a lot. I didn't make any money, but I learned a whole lot. And I was able to make a lot of connections, learned how to present myself and talk to people. And those very same skills is what's helped me in my business today as a real estate investor who specializes in wholesaling. We do fix and flips, new constructions, and we're also doing Airbnbs and short-term rentals right now. So
Okay, and how old are you now since you started at 18?
24.
Wow.
The road of entrepreneurship has a lot of roadblocks in between. There's going to be a lot of things that you think go as planned, and unfortunately they don't. And I was saying that when you're trying to do something, if you're doing something right, you may think you're doing it right, but it might not be the necessary best thing for you. So if whatever you're chasing, whatever you're trying to accomplish, failure comes in between, and failure is one of the most important ingredients to success. People say, hey, I took a loss, but everything is a lesson. So once you program your mind and kind of change the narrative on how you see failures, it becomes a lot easier. You start to really appreciate the lessons that happen, and you actually get excited about it. You'll be like, hey, I'm one lesson away from my breakthrough. So that's what you'll definitely experience along the journey. In real estate, we lose deals every day, right? So you'll be working with somebody, you'll do something, and something completely out of your control doesn't go your way, and you have to learn how to navigate, and not only that, but control your emotions, because when it comes to business, it's easy to get emotional about things. It's easy to get upset because you had in your mind that you were going to make X amount of money or X amount of dollars, and then something doesn't go right, right? So that's something that you have to be built for, and that's something you have to learn early on, is that what you expect. Actually, don't have any expectations, right? Like, just go do the work and perform to the best of your ability, and the outcome is the outcome, right? So that's something that I've learned, doing it for 6 years basically full time, and learning in between, what you have to how to program your mind, and what you have to kind of accept as a part of the journey as well. Yeah, I think with anything, in any type of hustle or any startup that you're doing, I think the most important thing is proof of concept, right? Cuz you hear a lot of success stories, or you hear people doing things, and you're wondering, how do I replicate that, or how do I duplicate that and make that my success? So, I think the biggest thing is focus on trying to get it done first, even if you don't make, a dollar, right? Or maybe you do make a dollar, but that's all you make, right? At least you could say, hey, I accomplished this goal. I did this. I was able to solve this problem, and we won. A win's a win, right? When I first started out, one of my first real estate deals, right, I was hearing people making, tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. But one of my first ever deals that I did was like $1,000. At the time, some people would say, oh, I mean, you only made $1,000, but at the time for me, that was life changing, right? That was like, hey, I can do this, right? I did this. So now I have to, focus on trying to, replicate that and making that a streamlined process, so that way I can have consistent wins like this, right? My next deal, and I don't talk about this a lot, but my next deal, or my next win was, came really like 7 months later. And a lot of people, once they do something one time, they're like beating themselves up or kicking themselves in the behind, because they're like, dang, like, I can't do it again. I did this before, but why can't I do it again? Right. And you have to really figure out what is it that got you that success the first time, and go back to the basics, think you got to just, sometimes you got to go back to the basis, because no matter how much money you make, there's always something that you can improve. But not only that, there's something that you're missing fundamentally, that 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 you need to go back to and revisit, that got you there, but you got a little bread in your pocket, and now you start to do too much, you know. So I think that's the biggest thing, is that, when you do make money, keep doing what you're doing, keep doing the same, put the same effort in. Just because you make more money, just because you make money doesn't mean that will necessarily mean that you'll make more, right? Like, one of the people I learned from, we've all heard this saying, right? It takes money to make money, right? But one of the mentors that I learned from on YouTube, his name is Dan Locke. He says, if you need money to make money, then you probably can't make money without any money.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I got the good things. That was good.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that's what I learned, is like, just because, like, people, and that could become a crutch too, in a way as well. People are like, oh, I don't have no money, so I can't make money. Well, it's like, well, if you need money to make money, then you probably can't make money with no money. And if you can't make money with no money, then you're not really building that skill. You don't really have a skill set, or a skill that's going to help you, you know, make money. And that's what you need to learn how to do. You need to learn how to make money with no money, because if you're not doing that, then you're always going to be reliant on an expense to get you
Mm.
to produce income. Right. Yeah, I mean, I say with anything, the the biggest thing that you want to do is make sure that you are saving your money, because saving is just as important as spending. Um, and you have to make sure that you reinvest not only in your business but reinvest in yourself, right? Now, I'm not saying on yourself; I'm talking about in yourself, right?
Make it clear, make it plain, make it
Yeah,
plain.
people say, "Oh, now I gotta go buy this. Now I gotta look good. Now I gotta." And even though, yeah, yes, your appearance and how you present yourself does, focus on your brand, which is which is very important. You need to be investing in your brain, right? You have to invest
Mm,
in that as much as possible, because you don't know what you don't know. So if you're not focused on trying to increase your knowledge about a particular industry you're in, or find a new strategy or learn about a new strategy that's going to make you richer, then you're hustling backwards. Yeah, so I think I got two instances where you almost did my first deal and made my first amount of money before the actual deal that I did, right? So one of the first deals that I was getting ready to close, I had my buyer, I had everything in place. I thought we were going to close, I was going to make a little bit more than the first deal I was getting ready to make. And the buyer ended up backing out last minute, and that that's the first time that ever happened to me. And when you're doing that, you're like, oh wow, so now I have to start all over. I have to repeat the process. I have to put a little bit more extra work into it. And ended up coming short-handed. So I wasn't able to facilitate or close the deal. Not only that, somebody was coming after me for money because I had promised them, hey, we were gonna make this happen, and I couldn't make it, and I couldn't make it happen. So, you know, things like that happen in life and happen in business, and you have to learn, like, you're going to take a blow, but you got to learn. My dad's always taught me about how to soften the blow, right?
that's good.
Yeah, you gotta, because not everything is gonna be, you're not gonna hit every ball that comes your way. Sometimes the ball might hit you, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, in baseball terms, right? You see people, they try to hit the ball and then the ball ends up hitting them, right? And they're in pain, right? So you gotta learn how to soften that blow and make right from wrong. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, I just got right back to it. I said, "Hey, listen, like, I had to have a conversation with myself, and I said, hey, this sucks. I know it sucks, but at the end of the day, you, you know, wallowing in your self-pity
Right.
is not going to make the situation better. It's not going to make you feel better. What will make you feel better is getting back up, getting ready to the next, getting for the next, ready for the next play, and getting back to work. And that's what you have to do. That's what you have to really change your mind frame from, is that, hey, you are going to take a blow, but how quickly can you get back up? So, my final message to, anybody watching this is to never give up on yourself. There's setbacks that are coming in life, and you can't control everything. You may have to take a step back and do something that you don't want to do, right? But it's what makes you better, the fact that you are persistent and consistent, because consistency is the key. If you want to I'm just going to take it in a general reference, right? If you want to get a six pack, in order for you to get a six pack, you have to continuously work on abs, right? If you want to build muscle, you have to continuously work out, eat right, eat protein. You have to continuously and consistently do that, right? Being an off and on investor is not gonna make you win. It's not gonna help you win, right? You can't say you're an investor one day or entrepreneur one day, and then what, you take 2 weeks off because you feel like it, right? So I think the best thing is be persistent no matter what. Give it your all every day, even if you can't put all your hours and time into business every single day. Give yourself an hour a day, 2 hours a day, something towards your business, just to say that, hey, I worked on it today, right? I might have not been able to give it as much as I wanted to, but I did put in the work today as much as I possibly could, right? And that's what I think you need to do. You put in the work regardless of your emotions, how you feel, and you know, make sure that you are doing the little bit, right? Because that what separates the people from the 1% is the things that you're willing to do that nobody else is willing to do.
I am a real estate investor. I work with creative financing and lease options. I help people move into homes that cannot otherwise get approved with credit through a bank. So, no banks required. We help them become homeowners instead of renters. And we work with sellers that have issues that happen to have a house attached to them and help them solve their problems and take over with that.
I believe you did used to work a full-time position, right?
Yes, I did.
And now, are you still working a full-time position anywhere?
No.
You're a self-sustaining entrepreneur, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How do you manage it, lady?
Oh, well, I really would love an acquisitionist, an assistant, an admin, somebody, but right now it's all in my own brain. I have a lot of papers in a lot of places and a lot of tabs open on my tablet. Oh, for sure. It was hard in the beginning. My husband passed away, so I had me and my kids, and I was working a full-time job. Plus, I was driving Uber and anything else I could do to make enough money to take care of us till they got a little bit older, and doing the real estate in my spare time, whatever that was. And it took some time, but just persistence and consistency, and we're getting there. And every step of the way, just takes time. It's not overnight, but you get there.
Oh,
Get consistent, figure out where you're getting your leads from and what you're going to be doing, and really hone it in. And I would say try to be making double or triple what you were making from your job before you quit your job. So that way you
mm,
make, if there's taxes and things that you don't think about so much.
health
Um,
insurance. You don't get health insurance working for yourself. You have to buy it.
exactly. So you
Yeah.
have more expenses and you got more taxes. So
Mhm.
I would make 2 to 3 times consistently before I quit my job. With real estate, we're always learning, always growing, and always seeing that there's a need somewhere, somehow. And just this week, I became certified as in solar panels, solar batteries, and adding that solar to everything because that's where we're going.
Any last words, Carly, before we let these people go on with their evening?
Well, I am thankful for you guys all coming out. Like I said, we're going to try to make it short and sweet, just kind of promoting this and launching it as our business shower, like we were talking about earlier. Instead of having a baby shower, having a business shower, and having it
That's a great way to put it.
my new business, my new endeavors. And I thank y'all for coming out. And then feel free to give me a call tonight, tomorrow, whatever. If you want to talk and get some more information, I'll be happy to chit chat with y'all.
Yeah.
A business shower. Most people have baby
I love
showers.
it.
I give birth to my business tonight.
That's it. That is so good. Business showers. Y'all remember that? Coin that phrase in the back of your mind. Celebrate when you do an opening of one of your businesses. Bring your friends on. And that's another way of networking. It's such an awesome idea. Thank you for bringing that to the table. And again, thank you for taking the time out. I know you had a long day. I know you had a long weekend and you still made time for me. I feel honored. Thank you.
Oh, I'm thrilled to do it anytime.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Next week it is Get Fit Tuesday with personal trainer Jennifer Dawson. Listen, don't miss this. It's time to get in shape, get our health, get our swag back, people. Happy entrepreneuring.